Darling, your mother changed. The password, I can't use her card for my shopping anymore, my irritated wife said on the phone. 20 minutes later, my son burst into the house shouting, "Too bad." They had no idea about the other surprises. Hello, I am Amelia, and I am going to tell you a story about how I found my inner strength after facing deep betrayal in my family. This all took place recently in my quiet home near Seattle, Washington. Darling, your mother changed the password. I can't use her card for my shopping anymore. Henry's voice whined through the phone, sharp and entitled. I stood in the kitchen listening, unseen. Approximately 20 minutes later, the front entrance slammed shut. My son's voice fractured through the dwelling like thunder. Mother, why would you do this? She required the card. Too bad they didn't know about the other surprises. Once I thought affection was a protective barrier. When he was born, I vowed to safeguard him from everything. The world, famine, treachery. I never thought I'd have to safeguard myself from him. He was gentle, once a young man who wept when he saw me cry, who kissed my hands after lengthy days. Then she surfaced beautiful, smart, with a pleasantness that turned into something poisonous once the band was placed on her finger. I welcomed her. Fool that I was. I gave her expensive jewelry, fine clothing, even the keys to my bank account when they initially struggled. Family assists family, I said. She grinned like a saint, kissed my cheek, and later whispered in my son's ear until my statements became antagonists in his thoughts. The initial damage is always insignificant. Missed appointments, cold greetings, a fleeting glance when I spoke. Then the serious damage. I discovered receipts, extravagant vacations, designer handbags, all under my name. They weren't struggling anymore. They were consuming my wealth. I didn't confront them. Not yet. Fury subsides rapidly, but vengeance requires resolve. I started gathering evidence, copies of monetary withdrawals, transfers. I never approved a secret account she'd established, utilizing my personal information. I even employed a discreet investigator, the sort who asks no inquiries and delivers everything in a tidy folder. Photographs of her with someone else, another male, younger, shirtless, her arms wrapped around him. Sufficient evidence to sever my son's loyalty if I chose. But I wasn't going to plead with him to comprehend. No, I wanted him to feel the discomfort, the downfall, the identical way. I did, so I waited. I smiled at her. I permitted her to borrow things. I prepared meals for them when they visited. I performed the character of the aging, trusting mother. And steadily, meticulously, I rerouted everything. Initially, I modified my bank passcodes, then the debit and credit instruments. I canceled the ones she preferred, substituted them with fresh ones I never carried. I visited my legal counsel, signed papers, transferred possessions into secure trust. She could never access every single part of my existence, every hard-earned possession quietly withdrawn from their reach. While they continued benefiting from the illusion of my generosity, the ultimate component was the testament. My son always presumed everything would transfer to him. Guaranteed it still would, just not in the manner he anticipated. The conditions are completely binding, not a penny if he remains married to her. Documentation of a divorce or nothing, a harsh requirement perhaps, but just he may select her or the inheritance. That brings us back to today. When my son charged into the dwelling, his countenance flushed with rage, I didn't tremble. Why would you humiliate her in this manner? He yelled, his hands shaking. He had no notion of the predicament he was immersed in. She embarrassed herself, he stated plainly, sliding the tidy folder across the table. Bank records, vacation images, text exchanges between her and her paramour, screen-lit confessions of passion. He could not dispute. He stopped shouting. The color drained from his face. His wife's name clung to his lips, but he didn't utter it. He turned page after page, denial cracking. With every movement, she mentioned, you were controlling, he murmured, as if speaking only to himself. That I wanted to destroy her. I leaned closer. My voice was low, even sharp enough to wound. I gave her everything, and she took more. She took you from me. His eyes filled with something I hadn't observed in years. Guilt. The quietness extended, heavy and stifling. Then from the foyer, she'll spend the remaining years of her life realizing it wasn't my anger that demolished her. Hey friends, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to Home Exposed. or else I'll steal your Netflix password.